What was that?
Suicidal thoughts or feelings, or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference, become a moment maker, and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Good Sunday morning, and welcome back to another episode of NBR. How's everyone doing? Josh, what's up?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Just finished workout. Hop on here to talk some sports, my favorite thing to talk about.
Heck yeah. So today it's just Josh and I. Everybody else is away for the holiday weekend. And before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to our brothers and sisters who are no longer with us today because of they gave the ultimate sacrifice. Um, I always feel awkward talking about this because like what can you say to a family or somebody that gave their life for our country, man? So just know that we're thinking about everybody involved, and I definitely pray not just this weekend, but every single day for our brothers and sisters. So just remember, it's not just a 3-day weekend, man. It's for an actual purpose this weekend. Um,
Well said.
so today I have a whole list of things I want to talk about, but the first thing I want to knock out is the WNBA and the hate for Caitlin Clark, right?
Bro, can we just stop for a second? We are talking about the WNBA.
Yes, I know. Isn't that nuts?
That's great for them. Like,
I,
anyway, sorry. Like, I think it's great.
the WNBA gets a lot of hate. I think
Yeah.
the battle between Caitlin and Reese, I think it's fantastic. It's
Oh,
fantastic for the sport. These two are selling out arenas. Caitlin's selling out everywhere she goes. But
but the ticket prices when they play each other is through the roof,
yeah,
and for good reason.
yeah, it's great. Uh, I mean, they battled a couple of nights ago, and it was great, man. They say they don't hate each other, but you can see they
Ah.
hate.
they're not friends. We'll put it that way. But
Yes.
were you wanting to talk about the Brittany Griner?
Yep. So I wanted to mention the Brittany Griner thing and the hypocrisy that goes with this because what was it yesterday, or the day before?
Mm-hmm.
Brittany Griner falls out, and they show her. The camera pans over to her on the sideline, and she's sitting there, and she literally mouths, uh, "Trash, effing white girl." Now, if the shoe was on the other foot and Caitlin Clark said trash effing black girl, like I feel like cities would burn. Like this is crazy.
They'd be burning it down. And
Yeah,
that's what, and, what's funny to me is that I have zero problems with that statement. I just don't like that it's not the other way around. Like, it's sports, they're competing. Like, yeah, trash ass white girl, whatever you want to say. It's just like we have to tiptoe against everything else, but then that's going to be universally accepted.
right. Yeah, it just makes no sense, man. We need, fair playing field. If it's
Yep.
for one side, it's good for the other side, man. Get over your high horse.
But devil's advocate, man, and I'm especially as a veteran, super unpopular opinion. The other side of it clutches their pearls just as much because I'll go way back, but the Colin Kaepernick stuff, when
Yeah.
everyone got upset about that. He was originally sitting. He talked to an Army Ranger. The Army Ranger said, "Hey, it'd probably be more respectful if you put your hand over your heart and took a knee while they were doing it, and you could still kind of like pass your message apart." And he goes, "Oh, all right. Hey, thanks for the feedback," and started doing that. And everyone, and as a veteran, people would be like, "Oh, doesn't that make you mad?" I'm like, "Bro, like literally, this is what we fight for people to be able to do this." No, it doesn't make me mad. Would I do it? No, I love the flag. I mean, like, I have it on here. I got my seats in my Jeep reupholstered red, white, and blue. Like, I love it. And like, I'm not going to clutch my pearl. We literally fight so he can do that. And he's not like grabbing his junk or flipping it off. He's being respectful. If you even read about it, he even asked for a veteran's opinion. But our side of it, I'll say ours, our
Yeah.
side of it clutches their pearls just as much.
Correct. Yeah, that's a great point. And we all know that Colin Kaepernick got flamed for it. Like I don't know if he was blackballed because of that, but I don't think he was a great quarterback. But I mean,
He wasn't great, but he was definitely blackballed. Just
yeah,
like Cam, just like Tim Tebow, none of them are starters. But you can't tell me that having Cam Newton or Colin Kaepernick on the team is more valuable than Jimmy Garoppolo.
yeah,
Like,
so,
get out of here. Even if I had Colin Kaepernick and he's not the greatest quarterback, at least I could put him in 4th and 3 situations and he could run out there and maybe make something happen. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't doing anything.
right. Yes,
Mike Glennon stayed in the league for 10 years while Colin Kaepernick wasn't even on a team. Mike Glennon has never been better than Colin Kaepernick, but they blacklisted him for having an opinion.
yes. Okay, so I was at an event yesterday for Memorial Day.
Yes, sir.
My town did a ruck, and so I showed up and put my minutes wisely table there. First event since my illness, but I wanted to get back out.
Nice.
So I went out there, and this veteran walks up. I know he's a veteran because he was wearing his vest that says, "Hey, look at me, I'm a veteran," which that kind of bothers me too. Like,
Same. It's your right, but it's also my right to think that you're a tool.
I mean, I'm not going to walk around with a vest saying, "Hey, look, this is what I did." Like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll wear my hat that says USS Carl Vinson, and that's about it. But anyways, he walks up, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm the founder of Minutes Wisely. Here's my I had a little trifolds out there explaining this is what I do. I send veterans to sporting events, like not just any sporting events, like big sporting events,
Yeah.
NFL, MLB." And this dude literally looks at me and says, I don't support this because I don't support these teams that go on strike." And I'm thinking to myself, and I wanted to fire back, "Oh, so you don't buy cars anymore either?" I didn't say it, I just let it go because I was at, it wasn't the time or the place. It was
Bro, you're opening up Pandora's box for me. This is not going to be a sports podcast anymore. It's going to be a political one because it's so funny. I get a lot of opinions and I bounce a lot of things off my brother who's very liberal, but it's good for me to have someone to bounce things off of. And I have just through discussions, like my side of the fence, if you want to call my side, I don't think I even have one anymore. They clutch their pearls and cry more than I think even the other side does at this point. But it's constantly like that. Like I have family members like, "I don't watch the NFL anymore," and I'm like, "Bro, do you like? I don't care." It's just like if Chick-fil-A came out and they were like, "Oh, we hate white heterosexual males," I'd been like, "That's cool. I still want a deluxe chicken sandwich and some chocolate chip cookies, please."
exactly. Yeah,
Like,
that's
have your opinions. If
yeah.
your product is good, I'm gonna buy it. Thanks.
Again, like this is not sports. The whole Bud Light thing. All
The
right.
silliest things that veterans clung to when that came out. I was like, I'm not stopping drinking Bud Light, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I switched over to at the same time frame. I switched over to Michelob Ultra, but not because of the political statement.
Ha! I did too for the carbs.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't a political statement, so everybody's like, "I'm going to start drinking this beer." It's like Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch still owns that product. Like you're not doing anything.
It was the silliest thing in the world. But it just to circle back and bring it back in, I agree. The hypocrisy with that and how she's not even going to get into anything about it is absolutely ridiculous. I just do love for women's sports as a proud dad of 2 women.
Yeah.
I love that we're talking about women's sports now with Alona Mar in rugby and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and even Brittany Griner, we are talking about women's sports, and I think that's great for them. And as we're talking about them, the product that they put on the field is improving and getting better, and that's been the low hanging fruit for I'll say men for so long. They've been like, oh, look at how bad they are, look at how bad they are, but they're behind the curve. They haven't been doing this at a professional level. A lot of the times because maybe they weren't allowed to, or there wasn't as much buy-in, whatever the reason. They haven't been doing it as long, and they're getting better.
Yeah, they are getting better. So if you just go back just 2 years, you look at a WNBA game, there might be 1,000, 3,000 people there. Today, just 2 years, 17, 18, 19,000 people in these arenas because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It's mind-boggling. And
and they got more superstars coming out every single year that look better and better. People are watching more and more WNBA. This year, the WNBA was, or not the WNBA, the women's NCAA was finally allowed to use the Sweet 16 tournament name, which they haven't been able to use forever for some reason, but they're gaining traction.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. I think maybe that level of talent might have been there, but they were just some angry ass, like these people, like what's her name, the one that was in Russian jail,
Brittany
Griner. She just like, she's angry and she just hates everything, and it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and watch somebody that hates everything, mate. It's like depressing.
She was not a draw. She is like, and that's why you even heard my voice turn down. Even Brittany Griner, like, she's not someone that somebody wants to tune into. She's not Angel Reese. I don't know if she's playing that role or is her, but she plays that role of someone that like antagonizes and says things that make me talk about it really well. Brittany just says things that make me not want to watch.
Yeah, she angers me.
Yeah, like I'm like, you are a unimpressive, uninteresting, vanilla, depressing cloud of abyss that I don't care to tune into.
She sits there and she hates America and all this, like the most negative message. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. You are playing a professional sport. Like, what other country is going to give you this opportunity?
Yeah. And devil's advocate, it's her right to have that opinion. It's also my right to hate it and not watch it.
Exactly.
I'm like, you haven't been doing much. And it's funny, like she can talk all this mess, but she was a detriment to the NBA. People were not, like, the NBA did not get better with her being in it.
Correct.
It stayed the same. It never rose. You saw it peak a little bit with Diana Taurasi when she came in, but Brittany Griner, it didn't move the needle much. The needle really hasn't been moved until those two came in, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
You know what I love to do? I like to tune in as the players are showing up to the arena, because the way Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark dress is fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoever their stylists are, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Whoever's watching this is like, these guys are talking about politics, styles for WNBA players. This is all over the place.
It's amazing, though. I can't help it.
No, I agree completely. Different styles, but definitely, like, I enjoy seeing the different ones. It's kind of like a NFL season when they're coming in. I like to see what Travis Kelce's wearing week to week. There's lots of players like that really put a lot of thought. The opposite end of the spectrum, the Jason Kelce's, who like roll up to the game in sweatpants.
Or the nut job that played in Buffalo that always show up in bare feet.
Malik. What was his name?
I think
I'm not going to think of it. But yeah, he also played for the Falcons too. But yeah, he's a whack job.
Yeah, like he'll find different outfits to go along with his bare feet. Like he'll show up as like Fred Flintstone or something.
Yep.
And we're talking Buffalo, New York, where it's like negative 400,000 degrees.
Mac Hollins. Yeah. Yeah, always. Did you see Aaron Rodgers was doing Q&A with fans this weekend?
Yes, I did.
Go away, dude. Please just go away.
I agree, but I have a feeling he's going to play again this year. Somebody's
Who's
going
he
to,
going to play for?
I don't
Or
know.
do you think he's going to wait for an injury?
It's possible. There was a lot of talk of him going to Pittsburgh, but I don't know if that died down or what.
I don't know that. I'm at the point. I'm not sure he would put himself in that position to play for Pittsburgh because their offensive line didn't get better. Their wide receiver core probably stayed the same, maybe slightly get better because I would take DK over Pickens because DK is a better team player and more well-rounded football player and doesn't quit. Their running back situation, younger but not better. I just don't know. I mean, honestly, if he wanted to play, and I just don't know that he would do this, I think his best spot would be taking, if they would even want it, because there's so much second order and third order effects, but his best spot would be taking a backup job in Minnesota or Miami. But the problem is that, for one of them, Minnesota, they have a young quarterback. And if he struggles at all, what are the fans going to start doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Miami would be a great spot because you have Tua, who's one hit away from career, like dying.
Yeah, he's one hit away from being what's his face in radio. Like he's so. I don't know how he doesn't hang it up. He's going to have some serious brain damage.
Yeah, for sure.
When this is all done.
Yeah, his family is not doing him service at all. Either that or he's just not listening to anybody because, man.
Yeah. It does not look good, but I think that those are both. I just don't know that, it seems to me outside looking in, I don't know him personally, obviously. It seems to me outside looking in, Aaron Rodgers has a very high opinion of himself. And I don't know that he would lower it enough to put himself in a backup quarterback situation.
Yes, I don't see that either. Yeah.
And so that leaves almost no options at that point. I mean, you're looking at Pittsburgh and New Orleans, and he already said at that Q&A that he would not play for New Orleans, which, I mean, rightfully so. Look at that hodgepodge of an offense that got Derek Carr, like it put the final nail in his coffin.
Right. Yes. Also, in other quarterback news, there's reports that Patrick Mahomes is putting in some time, and he's looking for another great season. And my note says comeback, but it's not really a comeback just because he didn't win the Super Bowl. I mean, the kid's phenomenal.
What a bar for him. He misses the Super Bowl, and they're like, can Pat be great again?
Yeah. Yeah. And they're working on a contract extension over there. So good Lord, who knows what that's going to be?
The way quarterbacks are going. Who was the last one that just signed? It was man, and he just signed it too.
This year you're talking? This spring?
Yeah, quarterback extension. But I mean, the way these quarterback extensions are going, it's absolutely astronomical that there's just more money and more money and more money, and then he's going to, I mean, at some point you're not going to be able to field a team anymore with what they're paying these kids. I say kids, but they're just like, it's out of this world money that they're handing them.
Yeah. Like the Bengals, case in point, you have 3 players that are zillionaires, and then that's your whole team because you can't afford anybody else.
Yep.
You have one of the best defensive ends that ever played the game, and you can't sign him. And if I'm not getting that kind of money those 3 got, I'm not playing.
Brock Purdy was the one that just got his extension.
Yes. I just saw that last week, and I was like,
if Brock Purdy got a 5-year extension worth, billions of dollars, what do you pay Patrick Mahomes? I'm not dumping on Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. Yeah. But if you're asking me, is he comparable to Patrick Mahomes? There's no comparison.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now I have to pay Patrick Mahomes that much more money. I don't know how they're going to come up with all the money for these quarterbacks at some point. They're going to have to, I don't know, maybe the answer is put a position, cap on it. I have no idea. It seems like it's completely out of hand with all of these top tier players.
Right. And you would think after what the New England Patriots and Tom Brady did, you would think more teams would go after that formula where, hey, listen, we just want to win championships here. Don't pay me all that money. I'll get my money on the back end. Let's use this money for other players to make the team better. I mean, that was great on his part.
I mean, it was genius on his part. I just don't. I think that speaks to the state of the players. At the end of the day, they want to win, but not more than they want to build generational wealth.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that Tom Brady was smart enough to know the generational wealth will happen if I create my legacy. And that's exactly what he did. Look, he's a part owner for the Raiders now. And he was never, I don't think he was ever the top paid quarterback. And his earnings and everything else is out of this world. And it's because his name is so marketable. Noble, as soon as he retires, signs him to a lucrative contract. He's instantly, a play-by-play commentator. He's instantly, on all of these other different things. The dude he makes money off of appearances because he got his name out there so much.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna jump around here to the NBA, but when Barkley signed his deal with Nike, Michael Jordan called up Charles Barkley and said, "Hey, that's a lot of money, but I think you should restructure. I think you should give that money back and take a percentage of your shoe." And Charles Barkley, I just saw him speak about this the other day. He was like, "That was the greatest bit of advice anybody's ever given me, because the payout ended up being more than tenfold."
Smart.
Yeah, that's the same concept. Well, like, let's build something. Let's build a product here. The money will come. I mean, like, people follow the NFL and the NBA. I mean, there's huge money in it, but there's other ways to make money to build the team around you.
Fact. Speaking of NBA, have you, the Knicks went from unbeatable to Cat looks lost out there on defense.
Yes, I got that on my list too. And the Knicks, they're down 0-2 right now.
0-2.
The Timberwolves are just blowing Oklahoma out of the water, man. Like
Yeah.
Edwards kid is like possessed, man.
Yeah, they're not on the same playing field. It sucks to see for Knicks fans though, because they looked last series, like Brunson would have games, a Cat would have games, like they just looked unbeatable. And now, like, I was watching part of it, and Cat just looked lost in the paint. I've never seen someone that's that good look that lost on defense. And I mean, like, it was borderline like they're going to have to pull him. He's getting cooked out there.
Yes. And it sucks for New York fans. Like, New York's such a storied program, and we'll see if and they've been playing in New York, playing like that. So now they have to go to Indiana for a couple games. So it's going to get really interesting, man.
I got to think that the NBA is not too thrilled with it either, because New York, that's a big market team. That's bringing in some money. You're talking about a potential Minnesota-Indianapolis finals. There's no way that the NBA wants that. That's probably a combined 400 fans that are going to pull for those teams.
Yeah. Minnesota and New York, on the other hand.
Yeah, Minnesota and New York, tons of teams are going to tune in to watch that. Oklahoma City and Indianapolis, more teams will watch that because Oklahoma City's, a fringe market. Indianapolis is a basketball town. That's a little bit bigger, but Minnesota, that's just, it ain't the Knicks. I know someone's going to comment and be like, they're this market or whatever else. I'm like, partner, they ain't the Knicks. They're not bringing in the money like the Knicks.
But they have some ballers on that team. So
yeah, I don't think that there's any mark my words. I think that no matter what happens, Minnesota is going to be winning the ship this year, and it's going to be start to Edwards just like cementing his name.
Yes. Pacers. This Pascal guy, he's just career high 39 points, man. So we'll see what happens.
He's looking good. You know who else is looking good? My boy Ronald Acuna Jr. back. 2 games, 2 home runs, 1 outfield assist already. The dude is all the way back.
Yes. That is
That's for a team that's only, I think they're only 3.5 games out of the wild card, and they're like, because the Phillies are on such a tear, they're like 6 games or maybe more outside of the lead for the East. But this is the equivalent of trading for a top 5 player in the MLB and getting them right now. And now you're talking about also adding Spencer Strider. So now you're trading for arguably a top 10, if you want to be like nasty about it. I think top 5, but I'm a homer. So, but top 10 pitcher. So we're getting, the Braves are getting a top 10 pitcher and a top 5 ball player, 5 tool guy, all right now. Now you talk about because they have a coveted depth at the catching position with Drake coming out. They got Sean Murphy, who's a little bit more expendable, and he's having a resurgence. I know that this is being the fan, but
yeah.
I really think that there's a chance that they could hit Pittsburgh up and maybe overpay for Paul.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting there, man, because Paul Skeens already says he wants out, but I think he's under team control for like 5 years, man. Like it's what's going on in Pittsburgh is crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know how long he's under control for. I think it's 3 to 5 years because they did the whole rookie. Last year was his rookie year, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. I believe
And yeah, he's so including this year, I think it's 5 per the MLB rules. But they're not putting a team around him. They're not winning right now. They don't have a good team. I mean, it's just like I said last year, the Angels were making a huge mistake, or the year before when they didn't trade Showtime and get like a king's ransom for a
Yeah.
team that's making a run.
Yes.
If you're not going to be making a run anytime soon and you have a player like that, if you're just talking about the Braves, you're probably talking about getting Smith Schuster, Sean Murphy, and 2 top 10 of their prospects for one guy.
Yes. Yes, that was baffling that they did not trade Showtime because holy hell. But I think Detroit Tigers, they're in a very similar position with Tarek Skubal. I mean, that kid just won the Triple Crown last year.
Mm-hmm.
And his agent is a shark, Scott Boras, and
The worst.
every offer that the Detroit Tigers make, Scott Boras automatically turns it down. So I think Skubal is short-lived in Detroit. I hate to say it because I love Detroit. I love Skubal. The dude's a straight-up baller. I don't see him playing in the future in Detroit, man. So, and Detroit, they're the first team to win 30 games this year. They're on a slide right now. They just lost 3 to a division rival. But I think, and I told Eric, who's a host here, he loves the Detroit Tigers. I keep telling him, I think the Tigers are playing with fool's gold, man. They're not a number 1 team. They're just
Nope.
there's so many better teams out there. I don't know what's going on right now. They're playing with so they got some magic dust or something they're snorting before the game.
They got something going on, but I've seen this before, and the teams will not get better, and because they think that they're making a run, and they cost themselves years in the future instead of like you're talking about. Hey, this guy's rejected every contract we have. I don't think that we're going to be making a true run, but we won't hurt ourselves. We'll get MLB ready now, or players that are already in the MLB for this guy. But they don't do it because they think that they're making a run. And I see that happen so many times when I'm like, oh, man, you're killing themselves. I think the Twins were a team that did it not too long ago with one of their players.
Yes. So I like if the season ended today, yes, the Tigers are in the playoffs, but they ain't going nowhere. I say 100% trade Skubal and get a king's ransom for him.
And that's the thing with the way he's playing, you're going to get a king's ransom. Especially you look at a team like the Yankees or the Dodgers that have the money to pay him. They're going to give you a king's ransom and pay him. because they don't care. They got the money for it. And
Yes.
then, I mean, that's a win-win for you. You're going to get, great players in return. The Dodgers, I don't know how they're doing it, but they have just a stockpile of pitching that Detroit could use.
Yeah.
Why not make the trade and get better that way? Because you're not going to be having this guy, more than 2 more years. He's not going to re-sign. He's gonna make sure. It's just like of course you remember Juan Soto kept getting traded and would never sign extensions. Like, I guarantee you, they're making sure he is going to hit the market. They're not going to allow, especially the way contracts are going, they're not going to allow him to sign an extension.
No.
And that's why they just keep denying it, because they're going to hit the open market just like Juan Soto. San Diego wanted to re-sign Juan Soto, couldn't do it. Yankees wanted to re-sign Juan Soto, couldn't do it. Hits the free market and, gets an insane contract that nobody can ever live up to for the Mets.
Right. Yes. So, Detroit Tigers, if you're listening to us right now, just trade the man so he can go make his money. You ain't paying him.
Detroit's not going to pay him.
No.
Speaking of Detroit royalty, Verlander's still pitching good, man.
Yeah, that guy is. I was crushed when he left.
I think every Detroit fan was.
Yeah, Detroit had such a great team back then. The pitching was phenomenal. They had him, Max Scherzer, who was another stud. Like, they were just unstoppable until the World Series rolled around and then somehow got rolled.
Yeah. He's not lights out, but I mean, still having a decent year. At what is his age now? Let me see if I can find it.
Like, what, 42?
42. He's on the DL right now, but like 42 years old and still can carry, 6 innings and have quality games. Like, yeah, he's not the Cy Young guy anymore, but
Right.
he's your number 3 or 4 starter. He's your guy you can turn to, and you might not win it, but you know that the bullpen's not going to get taxed that game. Like, for him to be able to do that at 42 is insane.
Yes. So, Verlander, Detroit era, Miguel Cabrera, he's making a comeback. He's going to play this year in the fall for a Venezuelan team.
I did not hear that. He was so bad when he was leaving. Like,
it was heartbreaking. I hated to see it. Like, dude, he should have just retired 3 years ago, man.
Yeah.
And again, my buddy Eric, who's on the show, he's a big, again, Detroit homer. And for like 2 or 3 years, we just argued about Miguel Cabrera just needs to go. And he's like, no, he's earned this. I'm like,
no.
10 years ago. Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
No.
This man making $100 million this year. He's not providing anything. He's a detriment to the team.
It is a team sport. Nobody earns it when, another Detroit royalty guy, Maglio Ordonez, wasn't cutting the mustard anymore, moved on. Like, there's no sticking with someone. Maybe they earn 60 games of being terrible. Maybe they earn a season of being terrible. At some point after that, I think that there's hey, like, this person has lost it.
Yes. And I can see it if my feet are in his shoes, I see it that, the limelight is hard to walk away from. But like DOB, man, your DOB's going to catch up to you. It's time to roll. And you did it 3 years too long, minimum,
I wonder sometimes when I'm watching players do this, I do believe that there's an aspect of wanting money, but I think that that's the low-hanging fruit for a sports fan like myself to think about. These people are competitors, I think, and I wonder at some point if they realize the damage that they're doing to their legacy by sticking around, kind of like Emmitt Smith did with the Cardinals. And stuff like that. Like, do you know the damage you're doing to your legacy? Do you care? Do you think that you're above it and that it can't hurt you no matter what?
Correct. So when I saw the news about him playing again in Venezuelan fall team, like whatever, it's a Venezuelan team, go play. But I hate to see it. saddens me a little bit. But the positive news I did see about him, and I really love this, he has agreed to be the hitting coach for Team Venezuela for the World Baseball Classic next year. I love that. I think Detroit probably should have offered him a position similar to that.
Yeah, he is one of the best pure hitters of our time.
Yes.
I don't know why they didn't.
I feel like having somebody like that behind your bench is awesome for these young kids coming up. You know, have somebody to look up to learn from. It would have been like I can't find the words, like astronomical for this team. Like you couldn't have paid him enough to do something like that. And same with, I'm gonna flip over back to NFL. The Detroit Lions did Calvin Johnson dirty for so many years. And he refused to go back to Detroit for like a decade. It's like, do you realize the value this man has for your young receivers? Just pay him his measly $1 million. You're a multi-billion-dollar freaking corporation. Give him his measly
ego and pride, man.
Yeah.
Ego and pride is all it was, and that kept him away for so long. It just made no sense. But yeah, I agree. And having, even if they're not true, because some people can just do it better than they can teach it. Even if he's not a true coach, pay the guy $200,000 to be a training camp assistant and have Calvin Johnson in the building during training camp, just to at least be around these young kids so they can soak up greatness. And I agree. I've said for years, I think that they're, just looking at it, it seems like there's some political stuff, or like maybe he doesn't like opinions or whatever. But I've said for years that the Braves should have hired Chipper Jones as a hitting coach.
For sure.
But they haven't. They have, though. They bring him along a lot. He's around in spring training. He helps the kids out, and I just think that getting these. I don't know why more teams haven't done that with Barry Bonds. I don't care what his history is or being blacklisted, whatever. I'm paying Barry Bonds, and Barry Bonds is my hitting coach if I'm a team.
Yes, definitely.
Barry Bonds is the best hitter, not just of our time, of all time. Why would you not have someone like that? I just wonder that so much. But I have noticed, it seems like I've noticed more and more teams are having these former players be position coaches out there. And I'm a big fan of it. I love seeing guys that I used to watch on Sundays being on the sideline coaching these kids up, because they know what it takes to be out there.
Yeah. Again, I'm a huge homer for Detroit, but the Detroit Lions, man, you look at their coaching staff, they're all former players, man. A player is going to listen to a coach more if he's been in the trenches. Like, how you get what's a little turd's name that coaches the Miami Dolphins? Josh.
Don't do him like that. I like him. Mike McDaniels? No. Is that it?
Something McDaniels.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniels.
Yeah.
Josh,
yeah, it's Mike McDaniels.
Come on, like, you like him?
I like him. I like him because he's funny.
He's quirky.
He's quirky, but he seems highly intelligent. But if I was him, I do agree with you. If I was him, I would have to surround myself with player coaches to have some buy-in, because Mike McDaniels is not going to have a lot of buy-in from a player.
Right.
I would think.
I mean, I love his story. His mom used to drop him off at the team, and he would pick up laundry and do whatever he did. He started from volunteering to being a head coach. I love the story. But if I'm a player, I'm gonna listen to a former player before I listen to somebody like him. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm listening to a former player that actually knows what they're talking about, which is why I think Detroit that's one of the reasons that they're so successful. They have a coach there that the players truly will put themselves out there for.
Yeah. And you ever seen him in OTAs or whatever? He's getting dirty with them. It's like, holy hell.
You know who else has that now? The Patriots.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel's out there like putting pads on to see how much like the kids can hit and stuff. Like Mike Vrabel, I think, is going to have that organization turned around. sucks for Gerard Mayo that he didn't really get a chance and they did him dirty. But just like the Cardinals did with Steve Wilkes years ago. But I mean, man, it's going to be really good for the Patriots. I think they got a coveted coach over there.
Yes, I think the Tennessee Titans are a bunch of buffoons. They let their first, like a couple years ago, when they let that receiver go,
AJ Brown.
They let AJ Brown go for a bag of potato chips, and that was their downfall. Like, he was one of the receivers in the league, and you just let him go
for nothing.
And
then you never tried to like really build a team around the best running back
Derrick Henry
in the game.
Exactly. Then you have Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was like, peace out. And like the way they did Derrick Henry, I don't know if you watched his very last game. They didn't like be like, hey, thanks, Derrick Henry. Somebody handed him a microphone and he tried to talk, but they didn't announce it or anything. He tried to talk, but like nobody was paying attention. It's like, why didn't you roll out a freaking podium for this man?
And that's why they're a clown organization. That's why they're an organization that nobody takes serious. That's why they're going to continue being bad. I don't think I like Cam Ward, and I don't think that Cam Ward is going to save them. They're so far away from being a competitive football team.
Yes. So you have two of the best players leave, and it's all your fault, and then you fire the coach because you suck. It's like, yeah. Suck because you're getting rid of all of our players.
Yeah, I love that they fired Mike Vrabel after getting rid of AJ Brown and Derrick Henry. I'm like, I mean, you gave the guy nothing to play with, and that I'll give it to the Giants have been a stand-up organization with Mike Duval. Like, I think that they have been first class because they have not put a team around him per se. Now the time is ticking now that they drafted Dart and they've given him some time to get his players in the building. They have not been quick on the trigger to get rid of him because he was dealing with the awful Daniel Jones contract or, you know, the fallout from Saquon Barkley and everything else.
Yes.
It seems like they understand that they haven't done him any favors. Brian Daboll, that's it.
Yes. All right. Before we sign off, I just want to congratulate Scotty Scheffler for one hell of a championship. That was I believe his third major.
And what a story too.
Yeah. Yes. I'm not a golfer. Like, I'll watch the majors and stuff, but just watching that man golf, man, it's like puts on a clinic.
He just makes it like he makes it look so easy. I want to go dig my golf clubs out of the basement and go because I'm like, well, it looks pretty easy there. Like, he just hits it, goes straight, everything goes where he wants it to. I'm like, maybe golf's not impossible.
Yeah, golf is hard.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. Nah. I slice one and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, I have the attention span of a gnat. You know what I'm saying? Like 18 holes. Like, I don't want to be out there for 4 hours freaking hitting a freaking ball and trying to get in a little cup.
I can just barely manage. Like, if me and my son, I like to every once in a while, probably like once a year, I'll go golfing with my son. I can do 9 holes, and that's just barely. And by the end, I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Like, truly, honestly, I only enjoy 3 or 4 holes, and I'm done.
So I think you're like my spirit animal, because that's the way I am. 3 or 4 holes, and then like I'm done. Yeah, it's not my bag, but all right. So let me see what games we got today before we shut off.
I think we got the Knicks again.
Yep, Knicks and the Pacers at 7:00.
Yep.
NHL, we haven't really talked about NHL, but the Stars and the Oilers, they're tied at 1, and the Panthers are crushing the Carolina Hurricanes.
Murdering them.
Yes.
And for my one other Braves fan out there, if you even are out there, I think it's the rubber match with the Padres today.
You know what? I like the Braves because I'm not a National League guy, first of all, so I don't dislike the Braves. If they're on, I'm definitely going to watch them. But I really love the San Diego Padres for one reason only.
The
They're-
City Connect uniforms.
Yes,
They're the best uniforms in baseball, without a doubt.
I love that they're in a huge Navy city.
Yep.
So if I had to pick a National League team, it would probably be the San Diego Padres, just because
I like the Padres a lot. I like them because it's near and dear from being stationed out there, and I like it because they have the cleanest uniforms in baseball when they put on their City Connects.
I love San Diego's uniforms, even not the City Connect. I love the Padres.
Yeah, their other ones are just classic, good-looking uniforms.
Yeah, they're dope. So, but I don't follow the Padres, but I'm just saying if they're on, I'll watch them or whatever. And when it comes to the World Series, if it's the Padres and the Tigers, like it was in 1984, of course I'm a Tiger fan. But if it's not the Tigers, yes, I'd probably pull for the Padres.
I can get down with that. Well, hey, thanks for having me on again. And just echo what you said. Take a second and thank those that aren't here with us, the real heroes that gave everything.
Yes.
Friend H.M. Tucci, always try to remember him every single year. Appreciate all the families that sacrificed everything so we could be here. Happy Memorial Day.
Amen. God bless our men and women. Not only the fallen ones, but the ones that are out there protecting us today. But I know that's not what this weekend's about. I'm still going to give them a shout out. All right. Next Sunday, everybody. We'll see you around. Thanks again.